Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to my show. I have a lot to say, but I'm going to try to be succinct and keep it short. You all watched my video on the All-Father and how it was sparked from a dream I had about how powerful it is to heal terminal sicknesses and just everything in your life you can direct towards it. And everybody will get a different result. I think it matters about your sincerity. And I'll be brief here without repeating myself. It's a prayer that's for all mankind, no matter what your religion, no matter what your race. Unlike many other prayers from different religions, they're very trapped into that religion, and you can't take it and apply it to another person in a different religion, So some Hindu prayers don't trans over to a Christian person as well. That's all I'm saying. They're not transferable. So the All-Father it's really, really old. It's an ancient, and it's about 3,600 years old according to my dowsing, which is the oldest part of the Old Testament. It's probably at least 1,000 to 1,200 years older than that. The Old Testament, it's all different ages. And that's not my point. My point is, all the prayers written by man that are really good, probably they have a frequency of about 7 on my scale. Let's say 6.5. I mean, and that's fine. That does the job. But the All-Father was given to man to overcome all the evil that's here on this planet, because there's no way we were going to survive at all. Well, and we've been trapped into this this vice grip of evil for a long, long time. It is ending, but they're still here, and it seems like the highest creator saw how dark it is, and they had to give us something. And the All-Father was created better on a different dimension from avatar type Christ-like beings. It was totally off the grid. And when you douse it, and on my previous, you saw how when you say it, the frequency, whatever you're addressing, increases, including your own body. Whatever your frequency is, it'll raise the vibration, and a higher vibration will give you better immunity. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but it probably should have miraculous results. So I want to just give you some ideas how you can play with it a little bit. Here's a Starbucks coffee cup, and I wrote the All-Father on it. The coffee in it was a 4. After I wrote the All-Father on it, it becomes an 8. And there's something else about that. I forget. I make it a 10. I forget. Anyway, my ideas are, you can get a mug, and now this is a Sharpie, and I wrote it on the All-Father, and I increased it to a 10. If you say it, if you look at the prayer, it turns it to a 10. Excuse me. If you pour it into this the way it is, it's an 8. But if you look at it, you add another 2 stars. So you double the frequency, plus you add more. If you just read the first 2 words, All-Father, boom, you get it. Now, you can photograph this prayer in English, Aramaic, Ancient Greek, any language you want. It doesn't matter. English. And you take the photo, and you go to one of those mug companies, that they personalize things for you, like mostly a photo, and they put the photo on here. We put the photo of the prayer on the coffee mug. And you automatically, whatever goes into that coffee mug goes up to an 8. Automatically, no matter what it is. And then if you look at it, without even saying it, you're just looking at it, you see the All-Father, boom. You just activated it in your system. You're drinking it. You're bringing the heaven, the prayer, physically manifestation into your life. That's how you do it. When you write your dream down in the morning, you took something from another dimension, from the ethers, and you pulled it in. And when you write it down on a piece of paper even, you physically manifested the dream. So you're bringing it into the physical. And as a practice, you bring everything into the physical. Helps a lot. And you really probably won't recognize it in your life unless you have some profound changes where some really dark things are coming on, sicknesses and things of that nature. So this is something that you can do all the time. Now, Sharpie has a sharp pen, it's called, and you can write on a plain, simple mug the prayer, or anything you want. But let's say you write the prayer, the All Father, in your own handwriting, which I think is very powerful. And then you bake it for 30 minutes at 350. And that, you can't, it's not this pen, it's a special pen called Sharpie paint pen, and they're about $35 or so. I'm not 100% sure. Another way, Starbucks has a ceramic mug that comes with a pen. And it's basically dark brown. I'm looking at it. Dark brown, and it's a white ink type pen, white. And you can do that. You write it, and again, you bake it. You bake it. I don't know how much that is. I assume it's, $15, $20. That might be the way to do it. Those pens are expensive that say paint on them, so that might be the way to go. I think making the mug is fairly reasonable, and it's probably more endurable for a dishwasher, you know what I mean? I think the paint is not so dishwasher safe. That is pretty neat idea, okay? So you're increasing the frequency of average water for a second. Let's say you live in Chicago, the water is a 4, because they get it out of Lake Michigan. It's awful. They got chlorine in it, and they got whatever. And you pour that water into this cup, and it turns into an 8. You read the first 2 words, All Father. Boom! It's downloaded automatically, as if you said it. Say it. I would always say it, but you don't have to. You can just glance at the prayer, and you are beseeching the heavens to come into you. You just made this attempt. The highest frequency water on the planet. It's a healing elixir. This is really, really neat. This is a really neat idea. This is something that's passive and you can do in your life. Thank you. Bye-bye.